let us move on to the topic of response to abiotic factors. So far we have studied how abiotic factors decides the distribution of living organism. Now the living organism, to adjust with abiotic factors, they bring some changes in them. We call it as response. They show some kind of response. So the topic is response to abiotic factors. Generally we can see 4 types of responses. First one, regulate. Second one, conform. Third one, migrate. And fourth one, suspend. Regulate, conform, migrate, suspend. So these are the 4 types of responses. Let us study one by one. First of all, we'll take regulate. See, regulate mode of response is like this. The organism, they maintain their internal body condition. They will not make compromise with the surrounding environmental condition. They maintain. Like one best example, warm-blooded animals. Two groups of animals are considered as warm-blooded animal. One, birds. And second one, mammals. Mammals. These two are called as warm-blooded animals. Technically, it is called as homeothermic animal. Now, what's the concept in them? Warm-blooded organisms are the organisms which do not change their body temperature, though there is change in surrounding temperature. Imagine human being, ourselves. See our body temperature. The body temperature of healthy human being is around 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, 37 degrees Celsius. If we move to desert, in the desert, the temperature is above 40 degrees Celsius, but our body temperature will remain 37 degrees Celsius only. If we move to Kashmir, where the temperature is less than 0 degrees Celsius, but our body temperature will remain as 37 degrees Celsius only. This type of response is known as regulate. And this is possible only for birds and mammals. How do we manage this? This is a very important aspect. How do we manage this? During summer season, the temperature rises like anything, and at that time, our body temperature will also rise. But what happens? Immediately, we start sweating, profuse sweating. We sweat a lot. Lots of water come out of our body through openings in the skin. Okay, water comes out. And what it does, that water utilizes our body heat. It absorbs the body heat and evaporates. Thus, the body temperature brought under control during summer season. What happens in winter season? In winter season, the body temperature goes down. So what we have to do to regain the body heat? We have to do some exercise. But how many of we do that exercise? So what a natural exercise you start doing? Shivering of your body shivers during cold. Means you make movement and that generates heat in your body. So this is how exactly our body maintains the internal temperature, whatever may be the temperature outside. That means in the surrounding, and that concept is called as regulate. Let us move on to another concept, conform, the second one. Second mode of response, conform. Conform is reverse of regulate. In conform, the organism, their body temperature adjusts with the surrounding environment. Their body temperature changes according to surrounding temperature, and such organisms are called as cold-blooded animals. They are called as cold-blooded animals, or they are also called as poikilothermic, the technical term. They are poikilothermic organisms. Example, fishes, reptiles, and amphibians. In case of fishes, reptiles, amphibians, reptiles like frog, fishes or snake and all that, their body temperature changes according to surrounding temperature. They cannot maintain their body temperature. If the surrounding temperature goes down, their body temperature also goes down. This type of adjustment, this type of response is known as conform. Third one, migrate. Third one, migrate. Migration. Though you take example of birds, though birds have regulate mode of response, though the temperature changes in the surrounding they can maintain, but there is limit. All the bird cannot tolerate. Then what they do? They just leave that place where the condition is not favorable. From unfavorable condition, they move to the other place where the condition is favorable. Thus, the temporary movement from one place to another place is known as migration. And migration is commonly seen among birds. Say there is a place, during winter there will be lot of cold. And birds cannot tolerate that. Then what they do? They just leave that place. They travel, that means they migrate to sometimes thousands of kilometers away from that place, and they occupy a place where the condition is favorable. They stay there for a few months, and when here their original place where the condition becomes proper, where the condition becomes favorable, they come back. This mode of response is known as migration. Let us study the last one, that is suspend. In suspend mode, the organisms, they cannot go for migration. They have to stay there. They don't have ability to travel to a long distance. They have to stay there. So what they do? They make themselves inactive. They make themselves inactive and stay there till that unfavorable condition passes through. And once that favorable condition passes, they become active. This concept is called as suspend. You take example of frog. So there are lots of frog in a pond. During rainy season, they were very happy because lots of water and all that. As the rainy season disappears and summer season starts, due to hot sun, maybe the water in the lake may dry up. At that time, frog cannot travel to long distance and they cannot search for another lake. So they bury themselves deep into that silt. They live there happily during summer. They go for summer sleep. They go for summer sleep. They become inactive during summer season. This is called as suspend, and this is technically called as estivation. So this is one example, this type of mode of response to abiotic factor is known as suspend. Thank you.